calculator tutorial for section 10.1 part 1 example 2. Okay, it was the one about the US teens and adults and social media usage, okay, that we just did. So here was our do part, but now we want to do this on the calculator. So you never want to actually enter any of this kind of stuff in your calculator. That's just trouble waiting to happen. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is write this down and then actually go do the test on your calculator and then get the confidence interval. So I wouldn't even write this step down if I were you. I would skip that and just write down the formula, plug in the numbers, and then do the interval on your calculator. So here's how you do that. You go stat and then tests, and then you can go through here. This is very easy to get tripped up. Now we did a 2 sample confidence interval, or 2 proportion. We called it a 2 sample confidence interval, but it's proportions. Okay, so you go through here and you go, where do I see 2 sample? Ooh, we did a z interval and there's 2 sample, but remember 2 sample z interval here on your calculator refers to means with known standard deviation. That's not the one we want to use. So when you did a 1 sample z interval for a proportion, you did 1 prop z int. So now we're doing a 2 sample z interval for proportion, so we're doing 2 prop z int. Okay, so you go there, hit enter, and now you see this x1, x2, but we were never given x1, x2 in our prompt. Like, what are the number of successes? We were only given the sample size and the proportion of people who said they use social media. So we have the proportion, so we can actually just do this. 0.73 was the sample proportion of US teens who said they use social media times the sample size. And it will actually figure out the x for you. You don't have to do that. And then sample size again is just 800. Okay, and same thing here. I don't know the number of successes of adults that said they use social media, but we have the sample proportion, which was 0.47, and I can just multiply that by the sample size, which was 2253, and that'll automatically fill in the number for me. Okay, now we rounded it up. I guess you could leave it like this, or you could round it up. I'm going to round it up just because we did when we did our conditions checking, but you could probably leave it like that and get away with it. So if you do 2253, that's fine, and then go down here and say calculate, and there we have it. So the interval we got was 0.223 to 0.297. This is 0.223 to 0.297. So same interval, and gave us the proportions of successes here. Okay, I wonder, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I mean, I guess I wonder what happens if you left it, if you did the 2 prop z int, but we left this at the strange proportion we got. Let's see what happens if you do that. 0.47 times 2253, that's strange number of successes. It's not rounded. I wonder what will happen if you do this. You can't do that. Interesting. It doesn't like that. So you have to actually round it. Okay, so you have to round this, and just round the way you did when you did your conditions checking. So we rounded this to 1059 and we rounded the other one down. Okay, and then if you do the calculation, you get the right interval. So I guess it'll catch you there if you don't. Oh, now we have all kinds of trouble. All right. Any case, you get the idea. I don't know why it's doing that now, but that's how you do the 2 prop z int. Just remember, 2 prop z int. Oh, I know what happened. This got erased. All right, so this must be 800. Yeah, so just remember that you want to round your number of successes to the nearest integer. All right, thanks, guys.